Yeah, the GOAT. Logo threes are back, y'all. Logo threes are back like they never left. Caitlin Clark doing it to him. Caitlin Clark is on fire. Day 3 of Team USA camp. The girl couldn't miss. It was like throwing a rock in the ocean for Caitlin Clark. Day 3 of Team USA camp. The best player in the gym. Best player in the building. We all know.
The buzz in the sports world is deafening, and it's all centered around one name, Caitlin Clark. After a groin injury that had fans, analysts, and rivals on edge, reports are now coming in that she's back in full form, and the reaction has been nothing short of explosive. Experts across the league are confirming what fans have been waiting to hear. Caitlin is not only healthy but sharper, faster, and more dominant than ever. The implications are massive. Teams that had hoped to capitalize on her absence are now in panic mode, scrambling to adjust strategies, rotations, and defensive plans, knowing that the player they faced before is about to return stronger, faster, and more determined. Social media is ablaze with reactions. Clips of past highlights are being revisited, now under a new lens, fans dissecting every move, anticipating how her return will redefine the season. Analysts are debating which matchups will be most affected, while rivals privately acknowledge that facing her in this renewed state will be far more challenging than anyone predicted. The intensity of her game, combined with her strategic intelligence, has made Caitlin one of the most formidable players in recent years, and her recovery signals that no one is safe. But this isn't just about physical recovery. Caitlin's mental resilience has also been a key focus. Coming back from an injury of this nature requires discipline, focus, and an unshakable confidence, qualities she's displayed consistently throughout her career. Experts point out that her return isn't simply about stepping back on the court. It's about reclaiming momentum, sending a clear message to rivals, and reasserting her dominance in a league that thrives on both talent and strategy. With her comeback confirmed, the conversation has shifted from speculation to anticipation. Fans are counting down to her first full game back, eager to witness the energy, precision, and skill that make her a game changer. Rivals are already recalculating defensive schemes. Coaches are analyzing film. And everyone in the league knows one undeniable truth. Caitlin Clark is back, and she's ready to remind the world why she's a force to be reckoned with. The anticipation surrounding Caitlin Clark's return to the court has reached a fever pitch, and for good reason. After a groin injury that sidelined her during a critical stretch of the season, fans, analysts, and rivals alike have been on edge, watching every update for signs that she would regain her full form. Injuries of this nature are notoriously tricky. They don't just impact physical performance but also test an athlete's mental resilience, confidence, and game readiness. In Caitlin's case, reports from team insiders, medical staff, and league experts
that Caitlin Clark is truly back healthy. The three-point shot is back. The logo threes are back. And what I really liked about that second one is that was going right. A lot of Caitlin Clark's threes are coming on a snatch back, going backwards, or to the left, or her going left. You know, she liked to go left to shoot her threes. So the fact that even though it was a catch and shoot, she was still going on the right side and she caught it and knocked it down. That's a good sign. Caitlin.
Experts have now confirmed what her supporters have been hoping for. She is fully recovered, stronger than before, and ready to dominate at the highest level. This news has sent immediate ripples across the league, as teams that had anticipated gaining an edge during her absence suddenly realize that the competitive landscape has shifted dramatically. From the moment the injury occurred, speculation ran rampant. Fans dissected every press release, every social media update, and every snippet from practices to gauge her recovery timeline. Analysts pored over medical assessments, comparing her progress to similar injuries in professional athletes, projecting potential limitations, and debating how long it might take before she could return to peak performance. Yet, what separates Caitlin from many others is her reputation for discipline and preparation. Sources confirm that during her recovery, she adhered to a meticulous regimen designed not only to heal but to strengthen her body and enhance mobility. Her training involved targeted conditioning, flexibility exercises, and rigorous monitoring to prevent setbacks, a program that highlights her dedication and commitment to excellence. Beyond the physical recovery, Caitlin's mental game has been equally impressive. Returning from injury is as much about confidence as it is about physical readiness, and experts note that her focus, determination, and strategic mindset have remained intact throughout the rehabilitation process. She has approached each practice with intensity, analyzing game film, anticipating opponent strategies, and refining her decision-making under pressure. This combination of physical preparedness and mental sharpness ensures that when she steps back on the court, she won't just be healthy. She will be dominant, agile, and strategically alert. Rivals who underestimated her resilience now face the reality that they are up against a player who has emerged from recovery stronger and smarter, ready to reclaim her status as one of the most formidable competitors in the league. The league itself is abuzz with anticipation. Coaches are recalculating defensive strategies, noting how her presence changes matchup dynamics, and reviewing historical performance to anticipate how her return will impact game plans. Fans are equally excited, revisiting past highlights and envisioning the energy she will bring to upcoming matchups. Social media platforms are filled with reactions ranging from sheer excitement to anxious speculation from rival fan bases, reflecting the widespread impact of her return. Every comment, tweet, and post emphasizes the same sentiment. Caitlin Clark is back, and her return is more than just a comeback. It's a statement of dominance, resilience, and relentless pursuit of excellence. Perhaps the most compelling aspect of her recovery is the story it tells about her dedication and mindset. A groin injury is not something that can be ignored or treated half-heartedly. It requires patience, discipline, and a willingness to endure discomfort for the sake of long-term performance. Caitlin's approach demonstrates that she is not merely returning to participate, she is returning to excel. Experts emphasize that her methodical approach to rehabilitation, combined with a rigorous pre-season conditioning plan, places her in a position to outperform not just her rivals but even her own previous best performances. This isn't a cautious comeback, it's a strategic return designed to remind everyone why she is considered one of the elite players in the league. As the countdown to her first game back continues, the excitement is palpable. Analysts are preparing pre-game breakdowns, fans are generating buzz across platforms, and rivals are scrambling to adjust tactics. Every practice clip, workout update, and insider report fuels the anticipation, highlighting how her recovery impacts not just her own performance but the strategic calculations of every team in the league. Caitlin Clark's return isn't just about regaining lost ground, it's about setting a new standard for excellence and dominance, and showing that true elite athletes turn challenges into opportunities to emerge stronger, smarter, and more prepared than ever. The announcement of Caitlin Clark's full recovery has sent immediate shockwaves across the league, triggering a mix of admiration, panic, and strategic recalibration. Coaches and players alike have been forced to reassess game plans, rotations, and defensive schemes, realizing that the landscape they had adapted to during her absence has changed dramatically. Rivals who had briefly enjoyed an advantage are now scrambling, knowing that the athlete they face in the coming weeks is not the same one who left the court injured. Caitlin's return signals a renewed level of competitiveness, one that combines her unmatched skill set with heightened resilience and strategic awareness. Every opponent is acutely aware that underestimating her would be a critical mistake, and analysts predict that her presence will alter matchups and potentially shift the trajectory of the season. The ripple effect of her comeback has extended far beyond team strategy. Social media erupted with reactions from fans, commentators, and former athletes, all dissecting what her return means for the league. Clips of previous highlights, once seen as impressive, are now being viewed through a different lens. Fans anticipate even sharper accuracy, faster drives, and more commanding presence on the floor. Hashtags praising her recovery and speculating on her first game back began trending within hours, as supporters and detractors alike debated her impact. The excitement is palpable. Some fans are ecstatic at the prospect of witnessing her dominant play firsthand, while rival supporters brace themselves for the renewed challenge of defending against one of the league's most formidable forces. Industry experts and analysts have also weighed in, emphasizing the broader implications of her return. A groin injury, while common in competitive sports, often affects performance subtly, influencing movement, confidence, and stamina. Caitlin's ability to recover fully and regain peak form demonstrates not only physical resilience but also exceptional discipline and preparation. Analysts point out that her return is unlikely to be gradual. Instead, it is projected that she will step back onto the court with full intensity, forcing teams to adapt quickly. Defensive coordinators, in particular, are re-evaluating matchups, scouting her tendencies, and strategizing ways to mitigate her influence. A task that is proving increasingly difficult as her reputation for precision, agility, and court vision remains unmatched. Fans have been vocal in their excitement, flooding platforms with support, predictions, and speculation. Reaction videos, highlight reels, and countdowns for her first full game back have dominated sports feeds, demonstrating just how invested audiences are in her comeback. Even casual observers are tuning in, drawn by the story of resilience, determination, and skill overcoming adversity. For many, Caitlin's return represents more than athletic performance. It symbolizes perseverance, dedication, and the ability to overcome setbacks while maintaining peak competitiveness. Each social media post reinforces the anticipation, creating a viral feedback loop that has made her comeback a trending topic in sports communities worldwide. The psychological impact on rivals cannot be overstated. During her absence, opposing teams had the opportunity to adjust strategies and plan around her absence, gaining a temporary edge in key matchups. Now, that advantage has evaporated. Rivals must contend not only with her physical skills but also with the confidence and mental sharpness she brings back to the court. Experts suggest that her return may cause hesitation, increased stress, and strategic uncertainty among opponents, all of which could influence game outcomes. Simply put, teams that thought they had regained footing are now navigating a significantly more challenging competitive environment. Another factor amplifying the excitement is Caitlin's reputation for strategic awareness. She does not merely rely on athletic ability. Her understanding of game dynamics, opponent tendencies, and situational awareness has consistently set her apart. The combination of physical readiness and intellectual mastery of the game means that her return is likely to be impactful from the very first minute. Analysts predict that matchups will be altered, defensive rotations tested, and offensive plays challenged as teams struggle to contain her influence. Her presence is more than symbolic. It's a tactical force that demands attention from coaches and players alike. Beyond the court, her return has sparked discussions about athlete recovery, discipline, and mental fortitude. Experts highlight how rehabilitation is not only a physical journey but also a mental and emotional one. Caitlin's recovery and preparation serve as a model for young athletes navigating injuries, illustrating how focus, persistence, and structured training can accelerate a return to top form. This narrative of resilience resonates widely, drawing admiration from fans and commentators who see her as a symbol of determination and excellence. Ultimately, Caitlin Clark's return represents a seismic shift in the league's landscape. Teams, fans, and analysts all recognize that her full recovery changes expectations, strategies, and competitive dynamics. As the countdown to her first full game intensifies, the anticipation is reaching fever pitch. Rival teams are recalibrating, fans are celebrating, and the sports world is united in one undeniable truth. Caitlin Clark is back, stronger than ever, and ready to redefine the competition. As Caitlin Clark prepared to return to full competitive play, reports from her first practices painted a picture of a player not merely recovering, but improving. Observers from coaching staff and league insiders noted her intensity, precision, and focus during drills. Every movement seemed calculated, every shot deliberate, and her agility, once thought to be compromised by the groin injury, appeared sharper than ever. Analysts highlighted how she moved through cones, executed fast break scenarios, and displayed explosiveness in her drives, suggesting that her rehabilitation program had not only restored her form but enhanced it. Videos of these sessions, quickly circulating across social media, drew massive attention, with fans dissecting each play, celebrating her skill, and speculating on how her renewed energy would impact upcoming games. The excitement was palpable. signaling that her return could mark a turning point in the season. Rivals watching these sessions were reportedly unsettled. Teams that had quietly adjusted their rosters and game plans during her absence suddenly found themselves back in panic mode. Coaches are described as recalculating defensive assignments and rotations, understanding that Caitlin's presence changes matchups instantly. Analysts noted that opposing guards and forwards would need to remain hyper-focused, as even a momentary lapse could allow her to exploit weaknesses with pinpoint accuracy. Several rival players were quoted as admitting privately that her return raised the stakes dramatically, forcing them to reconsider strategies that previously relied on her absence. This acknowledgement underscores the level of respect she commands across the league. Training footage also highlighted Caitlin's mental sharpness. Beyond raw athleticism, she demonstrated high situational awareness, constantly scanning the court, communicating with teammates, and anticipating defensive adjustments. Coaches praised her decision-making, noting that her ability to combine strategic intelligence with athletic execution would make her an immediate impact player in her first competitive appearances. Experts emphasized that athletes returning from injuries often take time to regain mental confidence, but Caitlin showed no hesitation, no cautious play, only precision, speed, and assertive action. Her mental readiness suggested that she would not only perform at peak levels but also inspire her teammates and disrupt opponents psychologically. Fans were equally electrified by her return to practices. Social media platforms erupted with clips, breakdowns, and analyses, with every dribble, drive, and shot being examined. Hashtags supporting her comeback trended across platforms, while rival fan bases shared anxious commentary predicting tough matchups ahead. Analysts and commentators highlighted her ability to turn adversity into momentum, celebrating how her disciplined approach to recovery had prepared her for a dominant return. Memes, reaction videos, and opinion threads proliferated, creating a digital ecosystem that magnified her presence and set expectations sky-high for upcoming games. The hype surrounding her return became a story in itself, rivaling even live competition coverage. As the first pre-season scrimmages approached, predictions began to flood sports networks. Experts agreed that her return would immediately influence both offensive and defensive dynamics. On offense, Caitlin's scoring ability, precision passing, and court vision would force opponents to adjust coverage, leaving gaps for her teammates to exploit. On defense, her quickness and anticipation would allow her to disrupt plays, apply pressure, and create turnovers, shifting momentum in critical moments. Analysts predicted that teams unprepared for her intensity could face early losses, while well-prepared squads would need to innovate defensive strategies to contain her influence. The consensus was clear. Caitlin Clark's return wasn't just a personal milestone, it was a game-changer for the entire league. Behind the scenes, her team emphasized preparation and conditioning. Strength and flexibility training, coupled with tactical film study, ensured that she was not returning cautiously but confidently. Coaches noted that her groin recovery exercises had enhanced her lower body explosiveness, while conditioning drills improved endurance, making her capable of sustaining high-level performance throughout full games. The combination of physical readiness, strategic thinking, and mental resilience signaled that she was prepared to dominate immediately, with no gradual adjustment period required. As the countdown to her first official game back continues, anticipation is reaching a fever pitch. Fans, analysts, and rival teams alike are watching closely, knowing that Caitlin Clark's return changes expectations, challenges assumptions, and raises the competitive bar for the season. Every practice session, every training highlight, and every expert commentary contributes to the growing narrative. She is back, she is ready, and the league must adapt to her renewed dominance. Caitlin Clark's first game back after her groin injury was nothing short of electrifying, setting the tone for what fans and analysts alike are calling a new era in the league. From the opening tip-off, it was evident that her time off the court had not dulled her skills. If anything, it had sharpened them. Every dribble, pass, and shot carried purpose and precision, reflecting the months of rehabilitation, training, and mental preparation she had invested. Observers noted her confidence in taking control of the game, moving seamlessly between driving to the basket and distributing the ball, exploiting openings in the defense that had previously gone unchallenged. Her presence immediately altered the flow, forcing the opposing team to adjust strategies on the fly, while teammates fed off her energy, showing heightened cohesion and aggression. The crowd's reaction was instantaneous and intense. Fans packed the arena, chanting her name and holding banners celebrating her comeback. Each time she scored or executed a signature move, the excitement crescendoed, generating an electric atmosphere that seemed to energize her performance even further. Analysts pointed out that such crowd engagement can have a significant psychological effect, boosting an athlete's confidence while simultaneously applying pressure to opponents. This dynamic was clearly in play, as Caitlin's energy and precision appeared to feed off the fans' enthusiasm, creating momentum that propelled her team forward and disrupted the rhythm of the rival squad. Performance highlights quickly became the focus of every broadcast and social media feed. Caitlin displayed a combination of skill and strategy, hitting multiple three-pointers, executing flawless fast breaks, and demonstrating exceptional court vision with pinpoint assists. Her movements were fluid and explosive, underscoring the full recovery from her injury, while her decision-making revealed a heightened awareness of both teammates and opponents. Analysts noted that her ability to read the game, anticipate defensive reactions, and capitalize on minor errors made her return one of the most impactful comebacks in recent memory. Rivals were caught off guard by her pace, precision, and mental sharpness. Realizing that the player they faced was far beyond simply back from injury, she was back in dominant form. Rival teams' reactions were immediate and telling. Coaches quickly called timeouts to adjust defensive strategies, switching assignments and implementing double-team tactics in an attempt to slow her down. Despite these efforts, Caitlin adapted seamlessly, maintaining her composure and executing plays that exploited the very adjustments made to contain her. Interviews with opposing players after the game revealed a mix of awe and apprehension. Many acknowledged that her presence had forced them into uncharacteristic mistakes and disrupted offensive schemes. Analysts emphasized that this psychological impact is often as decisive as physical performance, suggesting that her influence extends beyond scoring and assists to altering the very dynamics of team interaction on the court. Social media platforms exploded with reactions within minutes. Clips of her three-pointers, drives, and strategic passes circulated widely, accompanied by commentary highlighting her dominance and full recovery. Fans created highlight reels, discussion threads, and celebratory memes, while commentators dissected every aspect of her performance for insights into how her return would shape the rest of the season. Even casual viewers were captivated, recognizing that this was not just a single impressive game but a statement of resilience, preparation, and elite skill. The narrative shifted from Caitlin is back to Caitlin is stronger, smarter, and more dominant than ever. Off the court, Caitlin's impact was equally significant. The game served as a reminder to teams, coaches, and analysts that preparation, mental focus, and discipline during injury recovery can translate into immediate competitive advantage. Her meticulous rehabilitation, combined with strategic training and mental conditioning, allowed her to re-enter the league at peak performance rather than easing in gradually. This sets a precedent for how athletes approaching recovery from injuries might optimize their return, not just to regain form but to elevate their performance to new heights. By the final buzzer, Caitlin Clark had not only demonstrated full recovery but had also solidified her status as a game-changer. The rival team was left to reassess strategies, while fans celebrated a triumphant return that exceeded expectations. Analysts projected that her presence would continue to shift matchups, impact standings, and redefine competitive dynamics for the remainder of the season. Caitlin's comeback illustrates a crucial truth in sports: resilience, preparation, and confidence can transform challenges into defining moments, leaving lasting effects on both teammates and competitors alike. Following her triumphant return, Caitlin Clark has not only re-established herself on the court but has begun to assert a level of dominance that is sending ripples throughout the league. Analysts agree that her comeback is more than a simple return to form. It is a statement of authority, resilience, and strategic mastery. Every game since her recovery has showcased not just physical skill, but also heightened awareness, precise execution, and leadership qualities that elevate her teammates' performance. The combination of scoring ability, playmaking, and defensive presence has made her a central figure in every matchup, forcing rival teams to prepare differently, adjust strategies, and anticipate the disruptive influence she brings to the court. Experts highlight that Caitlin's return changes more than the scoreboard. it shifts the psychological landscape. Rivals, once confident during her absence, now approach every game with heightened caution, knowing that a single lapse can be exploited with devastating effect. Her presence influences defensive rotations, dictates tempo, and demands constant attention from opponents. Analysts note that such influence is rare and indicates an elite-level competitor who commands not only respect but strategic recalibration from every team she faces. This kind of impact underscores her unique combination of talent and mental fortitude, illustrating why her return has been so widely celebrated and analyzed. Caitlin's leadership extends beyond personal performance. Her teammates have responded to her return with renewed energy, demonstrating tighter coordination, increased confidence, and elevated intensity. Observers note that her work ethic, discipline, and composure under pressure inspire those around her, creating an environment where excellence is both expected and achievable. Coaches have emphasized that her influence on team morale and cohesion is as significant as her contributions in scoring and assists. Her ability to elevate collective performance reflects her status not just as a skilled player but as a true leader capable of shaping the team's trajectory and instilling confidence even in high-stakes situations. The season implications of her return are already being felt. Analysts project that Caitlin's presence could alter playoff projections, impact standings, and influence rival teams' roster decisions. Games that were once considered manageable now carry additional strategic weight, as opposing coaches scramble to counter her multidimensional impact. Her scoring versatility, court vision, and defensive intelligence make her unpredictable and difficult to contain, compelling teams to invest significant preparation into containing her influence. Experts predict that her continued performance will be pivotal in shaping competitive outcomes, as her presence on the court can directly affect momentum swings, scoring efficiency, and team morale. Fans have embraced her return with unmatched enthusiasm. Social media is flooded with highlights, commentary, and analysis, amplifying her impact beyond the arena. Every assist, basket, or defensive play is shared, debated, and celebrated, reinforcing her growing narrative as a dominant force in the league. Commentators have praised her for combining athletic excellence with strategic thinking, while fans continue to marvel at her resilience and poise. The excitement surrounding her return has transcended standard coverage, creating a cultural moment that demonstrates her influence not only as a player but as an inspiration to aspiring athletes and spectators alike. Caitlin's influence extends into her approach to the game itself. Her recovery period emphasized mental resilience, strategic study, and physical optimization, all of which are now paying dividends in her on-court performance. Analysts note that such preparation allows her to anticipate opponents' moves, create scoring opportunities, and maintain consistent performance under pressure. Her ability to read the court, predict defensive adjustments, and execute with precision has made her a tactical threat, demonstrating that elite athletes combine skill, preparation, and strategic intelligence to dominate at the highest levels. As the season progresses, Caitlin Clark is expected to remain a focal point of competition. Every matchup, from regular season games to high-stakes contests, will be shaped by her presence and influence. Coaches, teammates, and opponents alike understand that she is more than just an exceptional scorer. She is a strategist, a leader, and a competitor whose return has recalibrated expectations across the league. Analysts continue to monitor her performance, projecting not only statistical dominance but also the intangible effects of her leadership, confidence, and resilience on team dynamics and competitive outcomes. In conclusion, Caitlin Clark's comeback after her groin injury is a story of triumph, preparation, and dominance. Her return has revitalized her team, challenged rivals, and captivated fans, demonstrating the profound impact of resilience, discipline, and strategic mastery. As she continues to perform at peak levels, the league must adapt, teams must strategize, and fans can expect to witness a player whose influence extends far beyond the scoreboard. Caitlin Clark is not just back, she is stronger, smarter, and more commanding than ever, redefining excellence, leadership, and competitive intensity in every aspect of her game. The moment every fan has been waiting for is here. Caitlin Clark is back, and she's stronger, sharper, and more dominant than ever. After her groin injury, doubts were everywhere, But she has proven that resilience, preparation, and pure skill can overcome any setback. Every dribble, pass, and shot is a statement. She's not just returning, she's taking control of the league. You cannot afford to miss her next games. Witness how she disrupts rival strategies, elevates her team, and sets the bar for what elite performance really looks like. Join thousands of fans tracking every highlight, analysis, and reaction. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you're the first to see her epic plays, behind-the-scenes insights, and expert breakdowns. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Can any team stop Caitlin Clark now? Stay tuned, because this comeback isn't just big, it's historic.